like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all. I like that, y'all.
Hey there, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. Hello, crypto friends. How are we doing out there? We are live 5 minutes early. I just wanted to jump in here really quick before the candlesticks turn. I'll talk about that here in a second. As we're looking at BTC USD, Bitcoin is up 2.34% for the day. And as we continue to watch here, everything will go red because this is going to reset here at the 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. Just wanted to chime in on that particular one. And excuse me, let's move on to the charts. Looking at Bitcoin, BTC USD, we made it all the way up to 57,395.86 doll hairs, and support is down at the 55,820.44. Good run up on this one. If you tuned into the channel, we've been watching this climb up. We have the 12, the 26 moving average, 100-day moving average. Climbed all the way into this sales target, which is indicated by this red rectangle up here. Now what we're watching for with Bitcoin is going to consolidate. We kind of pushed through this support level on the 12-day moving average. Looking here at the 26 now to provide support on the ride as it starts to come up. So consolidation is for now. If you're looking to get into Bitcoin, as I told my neighbor, scale in small when you're up here on the top. If you're looking at $100, put 20 in there now. Wait for it to go down. 20 more, 20 more, 20 more, right? This is not financial advice whatsoever. I'm just some redneck dude on the internet. So that's my spiel on BTC USD. Looking down at support at the 55,820.44. Let's move on. Let's bring up the list here. Moving on to DOT USD. Been tracking this one. DOT had a good run, pushed all the way up to the 39, right at the $40 psychological number there. Bounced off of there and went down to our retracement zone. We do anticipate it to, we got past this 26-day moving average for support. So now we're going to look down to the 36.4303 USD and resistance. Let's go to the 1 hour. We are on the 1 hour. There we go. How fortunate. So 1 hour support, 1 hour resistance here at the 37.8807. RSI is in dead center. Light volume, so light trading at the moment. And moving on to BNB, Binance Coin. Where are you, BNB? There you are. BNB USD. Made it all the way up, blew past our sales target here, and started, we didn't get support off the 26 moving average, so we look down below for our support levels. We find the 274.36 support, and let's get you the resistance. If we make the climb up here, going to be around the 286.371 USD. Light volume, RSI is in good shape, so anticipate this to fall back down to the 0.50 here, the halfway point between the run up, to consolidate, and we'll check that out tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. Central Standard Time. Moving on to IOTA, Internet of Things. Excuse Excuse me. IOTA just went red to green. It did get into the buy target here. So if you're considering a trade, think about this guy. Let's move to the 4-hour though. There we go. Even better picture. So we have support down here at the 1.2999, so basically 1.30 psychological USD. 12 is up here, 26 in the middle, 100-day moving average in good shape, RSI is right there. So all eyes are on Bitcoin, of course, to pull. It's like a magnet. It's going to pull all these other coins up towards whichever direction it's moving. But looking in good shape here if you're considering an entry point. We did dip down in here. That would have been your ultimate, but as you know, we don't look for that. Jump in there when you feel ready. Let's see here. We have resistance up here at the 1.339, support at 1.22299. So as always, tight range. Just keep an eye out. We're going to have some resistance as we try to get through this 26-day moving average on the climb up. Volume is above average, but bears are in charge at the moment, so keep an eye on them mean old bears. So let's move on to ADA, Cardano. Cardano, we made it all the way into the sell zone, rocketed past there. Now we've managed to come into this consolidation area here that we always revert back to the mean. That's why we put this little yellow channel here for you. Anticipate it to bounce around in there till we get some direction. And it's a follower, and it's going to follow BTC direction. So watch that, as it does have some influence on the movement of this particular one. We did get the 12-day moving average above the 100-day cross, but still looking for that 26-day. It's still dangling down here. So the bears did have some volume going for them. Above average, and RSI is starting to trend down into the oversold. And keep an eye on that particular level. Let's get you support and resistance. Support down here at the 1.1157, and resistance at, yeah, we're going to look at resistance at the 1.143. Hey, if you're out there, say hi in the chat. Give it a like, subscribe, all those good things. That helps the YouTube algorithm point folks that are trying to learn to trade this magnificent currency, aka cryptocurrency. Yep. Moving on to Link USD. We still have the support resistance up here that we projected this morning. We fell through our support. So we're scouting a new bottom. Let's move to the 1 hour so we can find your next level support. Yep, I think we're going to leave it there. Now, let's go down to right here at the 29.0673. We lost to the 100-day moving average on the 1 hour. Switch back to the 4 hour. Got through the 26 for support, so it looks like we have a falling knife going, which is okay. So that's going to give us an opportunity should we choose to invest in this particular one. Looking for it to fall down here to the green zone. That's the buy zone. Resistance, should things change, is going to be, let's switch back to the 1 hour. Should be right in there. Yep, pretty close. There's a resistance, 30.13 for LINK USD. Moving on to Ethereum, ETH USD. as we have marked here, we did fall through support. Getting into the 0.50, let's move to the 4 hour so you can see it clearly there. There we go. So right here in the caution area, if you're stoplight orientated, look for it to, you see before that we did come down to the 26-day moving average. Managed to provide support and bounced off of there. That's what we anticipate to happen once more. So we're looking down. We're going to do 1756.04. Should that not hold, and resistance going to be right between the bodies of those two candles there at 1808.37. Ethereum is having a good day. All the excitement about the NFTs you hear about in the news, all the rich folks buying all this digital art. So we're all trying to figure out how to create it for them, including myself. I have some artists here on the channel that would be interested in that as well. So going to do a video this weekend on how to create your own digital art or a non-fungible token, because we're all artists and we deserve to get paid for our art, and it's a great way to get paid. There's no middleman. It basically goes straight to the person creating the art. So it's a great thing. I think it's a really good direction for both musicians and artists, or if you're both. So good to hear that. Moving on to, let's go on to XLM USD Stellar. Stellar fell through support. That's okay. Now we're looking down at the 0.405, and we're going to have the 0.41. So tight range we're watching now. The volume is increasing. We're starting to get above average trading volume. RSI dead center. So everything is looking good so far. We did get the 100-day cross the 26 and the 12. So everything's orientated the way we want it. We just want this 12-day moving average to curl up and not become resistance. You can see here we went 1, 2, 3 times, 4 times the lady, and rejected all those on the 12-day moving average. All we need is some volume and some encouragement to get through there. XLM USD. Moving on to NU USD. There we go. So we're starting to emerge from our previous trade levels. You saw that we got up down into the buy zone, made our way up, overshot the sales target, and then now we're trying to make our way back down. So we'll redraw this one for you in the morning. Let's get you support and resistance. For support at the 0.6782. Resistance at the 0.697. So basically the 0.70. You can see here we have the 26-day and a 12-day moving average about to converge, but we are in the opposite orientation. You have the 100-day, the 12, and the 26. We want the 12 to be on top, 26 next, and 100-day underneath to provide support. So that's all going to be resistance. So keep an eye on NU USD. Let's move on to NMR USD. Big O, as we say here in the South, a big O ass candle. You got all the way up here, made it to the sell zone, and we're going to leave that resistance way up there at the 43.728. And bearish sold it all the way down, so everybody took profit. Basically back to where we started. So right down here on the 100-day moving average. So we took it all the way down, looking for support off that 100-day. And what we can do for you here is let's switch to the 1 hour. And we can massage that just a little bit for you there. There we go. First level of support is a 39.80. So looking to hold that $40 psychological. And we are moving into a new trade zone. So consider this. We've remapped the fib for you here. So what you're looking for, we have the RSI dead center, good shape, big ginormous, big ass candle. For the bulls, bears bought it down just a little bit. So looking for volume for the bounce. And then once we get back in here into the buy zone with the other indicators, we'll be looking to get an entry into NMR USD. Let's look at Litecoin, LTC USD. Litecoin made it all the way up to the 207.97 apex here of this Fibonacci retracement. Now our expectation is we're going to go back down. We're starting to bounce around these fib levels. Very indecisive candle at the moment. And it is 6:11 p.m. Central Time, so this candle has some room to grow. But let's get you support, and we'll move to the 1 hour support and resistance. Looking down at support, the first level would be like the 199.72. So basically what we're trying to do is maintain this $200 level psychological, which is always difficult to forgive and forget. So trying to hold $200, looks like we just banging around. If not, next level support 198.94, and resistance is going to be right here. First level resistance at the 200.91. So area of difficulty for LTC USD, yes. And we are, let's look at the volume. Volume is kind of drying up. RSI is dead center, so RSI is in our favor if you're a bull. So there may be a little bit of weakness here for LTC USD. It may drop down to our 0.50, so that's basically reverting back to the mean. We do have the 100-day moving up, trending upwards, so we do have that to fall back on should we surrender the support up here that we indicated. Moving on to COMP, COMP USD. Comp showing some weakness here. And let's go to the 4 hour so we can see that a little better. Made it up to our sales target. Massive sale. So basically weak hands here. Everybody sold all the way down to, let's put that support level briefly, 469.36. And then continued to sell off down to, you see, we just got into that 100-day moving average. So we'll bring that guy down. We did touch down to over here, the body of this previous candle. And we can see we have a lot of support off the 100-day in this previous price action here. So watch that. So we are going to reset this we'll do that in the morning. We'll reset the Fibonacci's for that particular one because we are coming into a buy signal for COMP USD. Let's grab the resistance. Should we reverse? Resistance is going to be at the 463.96, support at 453.607. Moving on to basic attention coin, BAT USD. We were green, and when the candles flip at -6 UTC, kind of flat at the moment. Had a good day. Big giant green, big ass candle, as we say here in the South, all the way up into the sales target. Bears brought us down a little bit, but we're still standing strong. So support at the 0.7992. And we'll have to look at the 1 hour. Gonna have some resistance to deal with, I'm sure. Yep. Right there at the 0.8328. So look for us to do some consolidation. We do have the 12, the 26, the 100 day in a good orientation for upside potential on the 1 hour, and then on the 4 hour, same. So we do have the 12 day way down here. So we could drop and we could pull back below this, below the 50% mean. And keeping an eye on BAT. Good solid volume, way above average trading. So how we doing out there, everybody? Anybody out there want to say hi in the chat? Just throw something in there. Say hello. Let me know where you're from. This is the Crypto Happy Hour. We're just having fun, charting cryptocurrency, trying to find a way to make everybody rich, right? Okay, let's move on to GRT USD. GRT USD up to the sales target. Made several attempts. You had numerous opportunities if you were in this trade to take some profit. Looks like we're getting another opportunity as we start to move back into this sales target, and you're going to have resistance if you're still in this one at the 2.149, and you have support at right on this. You see this 12-day coming up to give us support. Back here, managed to go below it, but it looks like we may do some reconciliation there. 2.050 support. So banging away in there. We have the 12, the 26, and 100-day in good shape. RSI, we're not overbought or oversold, and a little bit of light volume there to consider. So just barely below average on GRT USD. Let's have a look at VeChain. VeChain's been on a tear. Zoom out and show you the daily real quick. So if you came in down here, and so it's up about, what is that, 80%. So VeChain looking mighty fine up there. Go back to the 4 hour, get more realistic. We made the buy zone back on March 6th at 10 o'clock a.m. Got all the way up. Now we're up to the sales target. So this is the point I'm trying to make here. If you're looking to get in right now, and I told this to my neighbor, is just think about where we are in this cycle. So we're on the tops of all these. Some of these names are all-time highs. So do you want to buy at all-time high? Do you want to blow your entire how much you want to invest? Do you want to sink it all in right now? No, you do not. And that is not financial advice, because I'm the worst advisor ever to give you financial advice. But no, don't FOMO into buying up here at the tops when you're seeing everything going to the moon. But what you can do, should you choose, a good strategy is to scale in. If you have $100 to invest, whatever your amount is, divide that by at least 4 and just buy a little bit and then wait for it to fall down, drop a little bit, buy a tiny little bit more, but be patient. Be very patient. And patience, of course, is a virtue, as somebody said someday. But anyway, that's my lecture for that. Sorry about that rant. So VeChain, we made it all the way up into the sales target, and we did close above the 12-day moving average. Now it's providing resistance. As we have fell below it, drop back down to the 26-day moving average. You see this alert that I have set. I was in a trade, and I did take profit up here, but I was holding on a little bit longer, but had a stop limit on this timer here. So when this timer fired, I exited. And as you can see, I did not nail the bottom, or I didn't exit when I could have made the most profit. So that's fine. Be okay with that, right? Just be okay. Don't try to worry about timing the tops and bottoms and all those things. You just want to be consistent and keep your risk as low as possible. All right, enough of that. Let's go into, we'll go to the 1 hour time frame with VET USD. We had a big gap down here, so let's move the support level to, we got to look over here. We have some gaps on the way up. So look for that 100-day moving average to give you support. If it fails, then we're going to come way down here into the 0.50 Fibonacci, and happens to be over here on these candles. So support down at the 0.057. Resistance, should we decide to climb back up, going to be right there at the 0.06. Very tight range. As you know me, I like to keep the ranges tight. And then just consider the fact that you have the 1226 up here above you on the 1 hour, as well as you have the 12-day moving average on the 4 hour time frames. It's going to be a little difficult, but we are increasing volume, but the bears won the last round. So let's see if the bulls can pull it back, right? Moving on to ZIL, ZIL USD. Big giant rocket ship. And that's why we added this bad boy back to the watch list. If you manage to get in, we did dip right down here in the buy zone. Off we went, got all the way up, retraced back as predicted. This is why we use this little yellow rectangle here. Dip, up, almost made it back, dip, ricochet, rocket ship. So that's why we do that for you. The 12, the 26, 100-day moving average are all in good shape. Increase in volume. RSI is almost getting to the overbought, so be careful with that. Watch that closely. If you're still in this one, let's get support and resistance. We'll leave this. Let's see. We'll go to the 1 hour here for you. Okay. Are we at all? Oh. 0.0. Yeah. That was all-time high up there. So we got up to the all-time high, or at least the 52-week range, and then pull back to here. So let's find some support. We have to zoom in a little bit more for you. 30-minute time frame. There we go. Still nothing. Let's go out to the daily. Yeah, this is a difficult part. Once you get into blue sky breakout like this, once these things start to run up, it starts to get a little bit more difficult for us folks that like to do these things. So, yep. So we do have the, you see right here, maybe we could find that in the 4 hour. Nope. Go back to daily. You excuse me, this is all brand new to me. I'm just now looking at it. So, resistance down here at the 0.1408. Going back to the 4-hour, we know where the support is. It's going to be right at the top of that. But if we split that up, so 0.13782, banging away up here, up top. Massive volume, above average. We have the 12-2600 day in good shape. And RSI is starting to move up into the overbought. So keep an eye on that if you're still in this name here. You may want to trim a little bit. Of course, that would be me, but that's up to you. You have the reins. Moving on to DOGE. Dogecoin. Everybody knows about DOGE. All the way up to here to the apex of this Fibonacci retracement at the 0.0634. Big rejection. Bear sold it all the way down to our magical 0.50. So we reverted back to the mean here. Did manage on the 4-hour to get below this 26-day moving average. So that might sound an alarm for you. Let's find some support levels. Should we lose that guy there? So up right here, yeah, we did get support off this 26 on this previous candle here. We haven't closed yet. Whoop, just pushed right through there. So if you're worried about it real intensely, you could come down to here. 0.05436 support. And then there you are. There's your resistance on this 12-day moving average. So you're banging away in between the 12-26 here on the 4-hour. And if you do lose that support, watch the 100-day. That is DOGE, DOGE USD. Let's have a look at some Defi tokens. Looking at Uniswap, UNI USD. You see the stuff that we had previously marked. We hit a all-time high back on the 8th. And then rejection, made it through the 12, the 26. We had the 12-26 cross. So working our way down to, we'll put it right here on the 0.50%. Usually will get us some support, but we can look at some price action to confirm that. And we had a big giant candle moving up through there. So if you want to, you could choose the 30.432 for support. It's trying to hold up right there, but my gut feeling, we give it a 29.87 support, and then climbing back through, you're going to have resistance here. You see the 12-26 here on the 1-hour and the 100-day cross over the top. So I do anticipate us to go back and retrace further down. So if you're in this guy, be careful with that. Watch closely. Put your stops real tight as we make our way to try to resolve these 12-26 100-day moving averages for Uniswap or UNI USD. Moving on to AAVE USD. It's almost a rhyme or something. There we go. All the way through our sales target. Got up to this apex, which we haven't adjusted for, but we can do that really quickly maybe, if you'll bear with me. Hey, if you're still out there, hang in there. We're almost done. Thank you for stopping by. And let's get this here. Give me a sec here. There we are. And we'll move these levels here to something more significant. There we go. So we got all the way up to the apex at 459, even almost to the 460 psychological, rejection, 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 down to the point right here. Look at this, right in dead center of 0.50. So looking for that to hold. So we'll mark our support there. And resistance will be, there we have 1, 2 wicks there, 3 wicks. So a lot of resistance up here at the 418.91, and we're right at the $400. That makes practical sense there. That psychological number. Trying to get up through there to regroup for upside potential. 1226 100-day in good shape, but the 12-day is trending down. So you could anticipate in this particular trajectory for that to cross. We may be falling down to this point. What would that be? Sorry, it's blocked. Below the 50. So there we go for AAVE USD. Moving on to MKR. MKR USD. Where are you, sir? Can somebody point? I'm just kidding. MKR USD. There we go. MKR USD just went red to green. So that gets us excited when that happens. Real good bounce off of this 12-day moving average. Then previous candle, good bounce off the 26. Now we had the cross back here for the 100-day moving average. So we have all of our moving averages in good shape. Massive volume candle, but there was some heavy buying and selling. More likely some profit taking on the way up and down. RSI is still in good shape. So my anticipation is continuation up to the sell zone. We did hit the sell zone 1, 2, 3, blew past it. That could be a hint. But if you're like me, I'm holding on to MKR. I think we're just going to be some continuation. So I'm hodling that particular one, full disclosure. So let's get your support level. Support is going to be here at the 2236.60 and 2 wicks up here at the 2300 level psychological. So we need to bust through that. And what you're going to need is some volume to get through that 2300 psychological, because folks are just like me. They can't believe the MKR is up to $2,300. MKR, I got it free on Coinbase for doing some tutorials, which is incredible. And if you want to go back, there's some videos in the channel. Just do a search in the channel here if you want to go back and learn how to earn free crypto just by taking tutorials. Who would have thought it? But here's the deal. Never, ever expect me to give away free crypto, or any celebrity, or any particular exchange, things like that. Be very cautious because it is scam season. Scam freaking season for sure. Okay, moving on to audio. Audio is one of the NFT tokens you've heard all about in the news. I'm sure people are paying crazy amounts of money for music, for art, for specifically digital art that are non-fungible tokens. So let's move into that. This particular one is really, I think, a great idea for musicians. So basically it takes out the middleman, so there's no record labels. Basically, you would have the blockchain paying musicians as their music is being played directly. So look into that. Look it up for yourself if you don't believe me. Pretty darn cool, I think. So as we can see here in the charts, we're getting some support off this 26-day moving average, I should say. And for audio, we're moving into the buy zone. This is not financial advice, but if you are considering such a thing, a little dip there, that's okay. We do have the 12, the 26, 100-day moving averages, all in good shape. RSI is down where we like it. Only thing we're looking for is we need a little more volume. Volume's kind of drying up for AUDIO USD. Hey, anybody out there? Say hi in the chat. If you are, say hello. Let's move on to THETA, THETA, leader of the day. Wow, that was a rhyme or something. That was pretty darn cool. Anyway, yeah, I'll quit. Thank you. All the way up to $7 hairs. And blue all the way through. You can see this really good, nice long trend of this increasing price action. Oh, there we go. Hey, hey. Theta is insane. You're right, Silver Frames Media. Killing it, Theta is. So, hopefully you got a part of that action of Theta. And we got all the way up to the $7 range, rejected there. So let's scan in a little bit. We're going to move in a little tighter. Yeah, we are in blue sky breakout for Theta actually. So that was the all-time high at the 6.9635. So there is no resistance above us. What does that mean? So that means that we're very, very careful and keeping tight stops on the climb up. We have the 12, the 26, the 100-day moving average, all in a good configuration for upside potential, increasing volume. So everything is looking nice and shiny for Theta. As I said, I can find here, I may have to go. There was a DOGE, that DOGE indecision, which we call it in the biz there, passed. Just a real quick breather, kept on going. The only thing we have to look for is the RSI is in the overbought, so we may need to come into some consolidation. Keep those stops tight if you're in this one, and support down at the 6.1372. And let's dial on in a little bit more to 30-minute. Yeah, you can see on the 30-minute, we are getting support off the 12-day moving average on this ride up for Theta. 2600-day down below. So keep those stops tight. Still looking mighty strong for Theta. All right, Silver Frames Media says, thanks for what you're doing, man. Appreciate it. Holding a bunch of T-Fuel since a penny. Oh, wow. Good for you, man. Congratulations. Let's go on to have a look at ENJ USD. We're going to go back to the 4-hour. ENJ USD looking mighty strong up here as well. Up 6.77%. And just want to remind you that we did at UTC minus 6, I should say, they do reset the candles. So the percentages start from scratch. So if you saw when we first started, we started filming this video, everything was red. Now if we do a quick sort, you'll see that there's a lot of green. So we're going red to green on a lot of the names, but just keep in mind though that if you're in TradingView here, like I'm on the beta version of the desktop version of TradingView, that's the reset. So we're starting from scratch at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. All right, let's go to ENJ USD. This is one of our new ones that we added to the watch list. It's one of the NFTs, the non-fungible tokens, getting a lot of love and tons and tons and tons of press. So thought we'd put that on there to keep people informed. Looks like we're here on the 4-hour. If you're in this particular one, 1.622 for support and the 1.87361 resistance. And if you've been following along, we have the 12, the 2600 day. We started out here in the buy zone, and we're starting to get a little tired up here. I'm just saying. If you've been in this one for a while, you may want to take just a tiny little bit of profit, should you choose. This is not financial advice, of course, but really good run up for these particular ones. We'll just look back at the daily chart. You can see all the way back from 34 cents to $2. Good run. So anybody out there want me to chart any other names before I go? I will let you, we'll have a look at the Bitcoin dominance. Well, let's have a look there as Bitcoin did get past the $1 trillion market cap, which is extremely significant for us folks that love crypto and believe in it. It starts to get folks' attention, as you could probably tell in the news, as we're starting to move into, you see, even Mr. Wonderful reversed his opinion on Bitcoin. He was saying for the longest period of time that he was not going to buy it, but came out a couple of days ago and said, yep, I'm going to buy it, but I got to find a green miner. Okay, well, I can paint myself green. So there we go. BTC Dominance 62.02. So we're up about 1%. So as we can tell that, things kind of ebb and flow. It goes from Bitcoin into the alts, and it goes into the alts and into the Bitcoin. So we're just kind of pushing around. And then total market cap, we are all the way up to the 1.68. Right, there we go. 1.68. We got above to 1.7. And you can tell on this chart, this is the total market cap for all crypto. You could see all the fiat money coming in, right? And we even have a cup and handle. If any of you out there are technical traders, that means if we come up cup and handle and push above that, then it's going to be skyrockets. Oh, let's have okay, VeChain. Sure thing, man. Silver Frame said, let's have a look at VeChain. We'll go back. VeChain's been having a great run. And just full disclosure, I'm holding VeChain, held it for at least 5 years now or so. It's been ever how long it's been around. So let's go to the 4-hour. Here we go. VeChain. All the way up to, we got up to what, 0.06782, which was all-time high for VeChain. Congratulations. And then we do have the 12-day moving average curling down just a little bit, so it may need to cool off. We did get up, if you see here, once this RSI gets to the overbought right here, so if we just do that, tends to want to cool us down. Okay, so really good healthy consolidation up here at the top. And then we are finding support off this 26-day moving average. And on the 4-hour, let's get a little bit tighter support for you there. Support at the 0.0602. And if you're running in this one, this is not financial advice, but if we do break down, you would put a stop at like a 0.0596 right in there. Still looking okay. This may need to consolidate and bounce around up here till we can find some more volume, but the volume did increase, but the bears got a hold of it for VeChain, VETUSD. Anybody else out there thinking about any other coins? I'll give you a few minutes. I know there's a delay. Taking a sip of my drink there. There we go. Okay, I'll give you a few more minutes. Let's have a look at BTC USD. Got some good wicks here. 2 wicks on the 55.453.09. Looks like we're trying to come back for a rally here, folks. So looking in good shape. Resistance up at the 57.395.86. Last call for alcohol here at the Crypto Happy Hour. Any other coins you'd like for me to chart? I'll stick around for a few more minutes. Happy to do that for you. Be sure and like, subscribe, hit the alert bell. You'll get one email from me and one only when I go live. And I do this 2 times a day. I'm moving it to 6:45 a.m. Central Time and 6 p.m. Central Time to allocate for another show that I'm going to be guesting on. That'll be a surprise coming up, so I'm real happy about that. A few more minutes while I see some folks out there, and I appreciate you stopping by, and congratulations if you're in the crypto space. The reason I do this is I'm not here to scam you or to front run your trades or anything like that. I started this whole channel to make sure that this go round, when folks get into the crypto space, you've got a fair shot at it, and you got someone that's speaking the truth and being honest about it. No trickery or douchery in here. Okay, thanks everybody for stopping by. I'll say goodbye for now, and I will see you. Please tune in 6 a.m. I'm sorry, 6. What time is it? Yeah, 6:45 a.m. Central Time in the morning, and we'll update all of our targets and things like that. Thank you, Silver Frames Media, and the other folks that contributed to the conversation. Appreciate you, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye.